Non-stop rock talk with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Non-stop rock talk. This is your host Tyson Bryden, coming to you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Today, we are happy to welcome Phil Shouse. Phil, for those that don't know, plays with both Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, and Accept. Now, I also must make mention of the rock and roll residency that used to take place in Nashville, Tennessee, and had the privilege of going to see it a few years ago, and it was awesome. Phil, welcome. How are you doing, man?
Tyson, I'm doing awesome, man. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Glad to have you. So as we begin, I'd like to talk a little bit about your background as a musician, kind of for my listeners. Kind of the whole rundown of how you started, your influences, where you're originally from, all that kind of stuff.
Born in Madison, Wisconsin, and got into music at a really early age, like 3.
Wow.
From my older brother, Kevin, his record collection. This is the late 70s, so record collections were really good at the time for high school kids, when he was in high school.
Loved it.
And so that was my introduction, using, Aerosmith and Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, and everything, of the time he had. That was my first thing. He played drums as well, so there was instruments around, and he was in a polka band, it being Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And so all the guys in his high school, some of the guys in the band were in the Polketeers, was the band. They practiced at our place, and so the drums stayed there. And I just got... for whatever reason, at that age, you don't know what cool is. That doesn't even register. But you're just drawn to certain things for whatever reason, for past life stuff, just for why, you don't know why you gravitate towards certain things. But I definitely gravitated towards his records, and the rock records, in particular, Aerosmith. At that time, at that age, maybe it was because they were and they were the first one in there. I don't know, because they were alphabetically organized, obviously, of course. But I just loved their covers. I loved the pictures of them, of the gatefolds, the inner sleeves, and I loved the music too. So all that kind of combined, and I was hooked at an extremely early age. Oh no! As I said, and then I always wanted to play something, and so I started playing his drum set because it was the instrument that was at the house. But when we moved to Nebraska when I was 5, and when it came time to start the band program, they started it when you were in 5th grade or grade 5 in Canada.
Yeah, grade 5. Yeah, great.
It's grade 5. So I wanted to play drums because I could already play drums. But they said, have you had 2 years of piano? I said, no, I haven't 2 years of piano. I can play Wipeout. What is the fuck piano?
Yeah.
They said, well, you have to play piano because of the xylophone, because of bells. So you gotta be kidding me. I can beat all these kids in the line behind me. Come on. So I couldn't play drums. So I was also obsessed with the Blues Brothers movie and the soundtrack. And I thought that Blue Lou Marini, the tenor sax player, was the coolest guy on the planet. So I picked saxophone for that reason.
Yeah.
And my whole life would have been different had I played drums and been one of those drummer guys, because drummers have a different brain than other musicians, as we all know. Nothing derogatory, really. They just do. They're different. And so my whole life would have been different, but then saxophone and guitar. So that's a whole other story too. So, but that kind of like gets you up to speed.
No, that's cool. It's funny. I often mention this, that, in the 80s with Springsteen and Hanoi Rocks of all things had saxophone in it, right? And it's kind of died. It's like you don't hear, and Cinderella used it in Shelter Me, right? You just don't.
Sure did.
You don't hear that in rock and roll anymore.
Rock saxophone is kind of a dying thing. Huey Lewis had it in
That's
there.
Right, yeah.
You know who has it? Use it real well. Ghost has saxophone.
Oh, they do? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and it comes out of nowhere. It's like a great rock sax solo, like a Clarence Clemens type, like that kind of thing. And it's so cool to hear it in a context like that. I like them. They're pretty clever.
Yeah, and I always say that it's got to come back. Like rock and roll needs to go in that. Bring in even you don't even see harmonica as much as you used to. Like harmonica, saxophone, and all that stuff.
Sax is a big deal. Bob Seger, Alto Reed, who just passed away. Right. Alto Reed was in. All those songs had such great parts. And
is there a sax player in Eddie and the Cruisers? Did he have a sax?
There had to be, man. That sounds like a sax band.
It does.
It just does. I'll have to go watch that again too.
Because that was John Caverdy and the Beaver Brown Band, right? Was that who did the soundtrack?
I don't know.
I think
I'm
it
not
was.
Sure. I trust you. I take your word for it.
I think they were like a Springsteen type of thing, right? In that. So
yeah,
that
cool. Definitely.
So now let's get to the rock and roll residency. Like I said, I had the privilege of coming out one night, and I had a great time. You guys played a lot of obscure stuff, and I was just like, some of it I didn't know, and I was like, this is so cool. Now I was with my wife, and she wasn't really into obscure hard rock, right? So, but she still had a good time. But I was like, oh man, this is so awesome. But going back to the beginning of that, how did that whole thing begin?
Before we started the residency, Jeremy Asbrock and I and a lot of other players, but it was mainly us too, we had done a lot of cover projects.
Right.
Back in, I think, 2011, I started this show called Metal at the Mercy, which was a metal show at the Mercy Lounge, the venue where you saw us, actually, where it was. And there were a lot of those things kind of going on in Nashville. Nothing with the kind of music that we did. Like there was a lot of other stuff, but nobody touched the kind of stuff that I wanted to. And if they did, they didn't do a good job of it.
Right.
And so I knew it's like, okay, well, I can do this better than those guys. And so I put together this Metal at the Mercy show, and it was, classic metal, except UFO, Motorhead, Sabbath, Fastway, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was super successful. So we did 4 of those. And then in the meantime, we did other, a Maiden thing, we did an Aerosmith thing, we did a Lizzie thing, an AC's thing. So we had all these songs kind of in our canon that we could play. And Jeremy had the idea to do a residency for a month because we knew all these cool tunes and had all these friends of ours that were now living in Nashville. Or moving to Nashville.
Yeah.
It was getting bigger and bigger, and more rock people were coming to Nashville by the day, by the truckload. And so we got a venue. It was an Irish pub, not where you saw us. It was an Irish pub, a few blocks away. And the original plan was to do 4 weeks in April of 2014. And then that went really well. So we just kept it going through the summer. And then we just kind of kept it going for 5 years.
Wow.
It just became way more than I know I had planned.
Yeah.
There was no expectations when it wasn't like, this is going to be the thing, it's going to be the place to be and the biggest rock thing in town. We didn't know. We just did it to do it and have fun with our friends and to play music that we want. Going back to what you said about the obscure stuff, we had nobody telling us that we had to play more hits. We could play whatever the hell we wanted to play. So that's why we went to like the album cuts.
Which
we're like, well, let's not play Walk This Way. Let's play Adam's Apple.
Love that song.
You know, to kind of give an example.
That's cool. Now, like so many artists would come out. I remember going on the website and seeing the list of guys. I mean, so many people live in Nashville now, like John Crabbe, Dana Johnson, Anthony Corder Tortora. Yep. I just found out that Brian Forsyth of Kiss lives out there. Of Kicks lives in Nashville too, because I just had him on the show 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in Nashville." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So
yeah, he's kind of my neighbor. He lives kind of close to where I do, a little bit north of town.
Really, eh? Okay, that's cool. Super nice, super awesome guy. Super awesome.
He is the best. All those guys are the greatest. They're such a nice guys, all in the band.
Yeah. So, I mean, did you guys know all these songs? Did you rehearse them pre these guys showing up and singing? Like, would you rehearse it or talk to them and say, okay, I'm going to come out and I want to do this song, or was it?
We would plan ahead. Nothing on that show was, hey, we're just going to jam and have an open mic night. Yeah. It was never that, because that's how you have a disaster.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
So we didn't want to have an open mic night. It wasn't anybody welcome. We were like, we're going to be picky on who we let get up, because we want to have it really good. And so everything was planned. So we definitely did plan ahead. We rehearsed for like we never had the guests come rehearse. It was always just the core band. But we only rehearsed for like the first month or two of the whole thing, and then it really messed up our Monday nights. So we just quit rehearsing.
Oh.
And then just like we would make the set list early on in the week,
Gotcha.
And then we'd pass it out and we'd plan it out and go, here's what we're doing. And everybody did their homework, and then we wouldn't learn a completely new set every week. We would like filter in some new songs. We'd sneak 4 or 5 in, sometimes some more. So everything was planned as much as we could for that show. So to avoid any train wrecks.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked, because, having to, if you played it by the cuff every week, you would have to know everything, like so much material, right?
Yeah, and we did have a lot of stuff, but that was to make it easy on us, and also to, because at that point, we didn't know how big the show was going to be, how popular it was going to get, and people filming every week, and, and so we're like, we don't want a clusterfuck up there, so no open mic night, I think it's going to be planned out, to the letter. So it was, songs in order, this guy on this one, we had it pretty much dialed in.
That's cool. And it was funny because the podcast the live thing that you did with Todd Kearns, I had no idea that you were playing with Accept, and that Wolf Hoffman lives in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
Yep. Wolf was one of the first guys to move here. Like, Wolf was here in the early 90s.
Wow.
When it was a country town, it was still a pretty big hick town. Now, I don't know how he got here. I'm not sure how he heard about it and moved here, but he did. He and Gabby moved down. Like, I think the guys in Cinderella may have been first or around that same time. Because I know those guys were all here too, really early on. But yeah, it's pretty wild. And then Krabby's been here a while. Brian's new Kip Winger's been here a long time. Mark Slaughter's been here forever. Mark Slaughter's been here forever. Troy's here. Yeah.
Cool. That's all. I can see why. It's such an appealing place. I love going to Nashville. It's just, it's just got a great vibe. Even if you aren't a country music fan, it's just a cool place. Just to,
Oh man, and now it's you can't. It doesn't even look like the same city it was 10 years ago. It's completely different, and it's a big entertainment town.
Yeah.
No, not just country music will always, I think, be king here because the Music Row, the system is very established. But, more influences are going to come in there. Country artists are going to do more things that aren't just typically country. The whole thing's been expanding and growing so much that I live out of town now. It's like kind of bit north.
Funny. Yeah, well, those things happen, right? And you go into the bars on Broadway, and sometimes they're not even playing, they're not always playing country music, right?
They're never playing country. There's one bar on Lower Broadway that has a country band. It's Robert's Western World, and they still have legit country acts.
Yeah.
Every other bar you go into, you're going to hear Bad Journey and Bon Jovi covers.
That's true.
You're going to hear Tool. You're going to hear Metallica. You're going to hear all these things on Broadway. But yeah, it's a totally different place. It really is.
What's that place? There's a place on Broadway that it's kind of old country, and you go in there and you can get a bologna sandwich and a PBR for like and a bag of chips for like $5. I can't remember the name.
Is that Tootsie? Is that Tootsie's?
No, it's right right near Tootsie's, I believe it is.
Layla's, The Stage.
Oh,
I'm trying to think, because they're all like all the classic bars are kind of in a row.
Yeah, they're all. It's in that row.
There's Roberts. Roberts there is the place where you kind of walk in and they have like boots. They have boots on the wall.
I think that's it. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every bar you go into is kind of different, and they're all cool though. Mm-hmm. It's a riot. It's a good time.
Yeah, you were here at 18. It's a lot different.
Well, I was there.
Down there now.
I was there. I stopped in on my way to Memphis last December. I was going to see Tora Tora and Damon Johnson in Memphis at
awesome.
Yeah, at Minglewood Hall. So I took my son. His first concert was Tora Tora, which was cool.
Oh, great!
And Damon Johnson, of course, but he doesn't listen to rock. He listens to rap. But hopefully that'll change. He's 11 years old. I'm hoping that he's gonna go towards the rock. But I stopped. Yeah, and every time I go, I'm like, where did that come from? What? Jason Aldean's is new, and then there's it does look totally different. It's crazy.
And a lot of the bars are the same.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of it's like it's Panama City spring break.
Yeah.
Every day of the year. Now, of course, this year hasn't been, of course, like that normally. But on normal times, it's just balls out, girls gone wild.
That's what it is.
Craziness down there all the time.
It's like the first time you come, you're like, okay, you want to check out all the bars and everything, and then it kind of fades. You just want to do other things in the city. There's a bar and I have the T-shirt. I have a couple T-shirts from there on 2nd Avenue that I always love. It's a smaller place, and I always end up going there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't remember it, but I love that place, and the beer's cheap there too. It's cheaper than a lot. It's funny how the beer prices vary.
If you go off to 2nd, everything gets cheaper. It's a little different. It's like it's a block away.
I know, it's crazy.
Tootsie's has the most expensive beer, I think, on Broadway.
It's like you go for one beer at Tootsie's and then you go elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you want to see it, but then you just want to, it's like, you know what, I'm not going to drink here all night because this is way too expensive.
No. Exactly. You go to 2nd Avenue and down there. But a lot of the bars on 2nd Avenue were going down because of the bombing.
I know.
Bombing took out that whole street.
Yeah, Coyote Ugly and BB King's, I think, too. And
BB King's was down there.
Everything that was kind of too.
There's a place called Big Shots. I think it was that whole street just got wiped out.
It was Big Shots.
Yeah, I played there a couple times. Yeah,
love that place. Really liked it. I really liked it. We spent a lot. Every time I would come, I was like, let's go to Big Shots. So Big Shots is gone now.
Big Shots is going because Big Shots is right on that. I believe it is. I don't see how anything survived the bombing. It was like I didn't go down there, but you saw the photos, and it was just completely just blown away.
That's horrible.
Just blown away.
That is horrible.
And Printer's Alley has some cool places, and it's kind of off the path, and it's still. I mean, if you still walk through, to me, it still feels kind of dingy and dangerous and kind of cool, because Broadway is just completely
it's like Vegas.
Bachelorette Party Central, and it's like Vegas.
It's like Vegas.
It's like Panama City and Vegas.
Yeah,
but Printer's Alley still got some groovy places.
Next time I come back, I'll have to check that out. I mean, I love Beale Street on Memphis because it's still, they've kind of kept it old, right? And I really dug that.
Yeah.
Like some of the bars, the wallpaper's been on there so long it's just peeling off the walls, right?
Yeah.
And I really dig that. I think I'm kind of that nostalgic guy. I don't want everything to be big and shiny, and I like that with a little bit of character, right?
Yeah, some cities do it well, and some don't.
It's
they don't handle growth and expansion very well, and they get carried away, and they push away, and they bury, and they cover up and paint over, and all the charm and the things that drew people to the city. I've been here. It'll be 18 years.
Wow.
No, 7. It'll be 17 years in March.
Wow. I mean, you've seen a lot of change then, obviously.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
I remember my parents going in the 80s. Like my parents, my dad was a big country music guy, so him and my mom went a couple times. And went to
Opryland, probably the theme park.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming they probably did. I did go to the Grand Ole Opry when I was there and got to see Charlie Daniels, which was
cool.
Which was cool. I mean,
yeah, I've gotten to play that so many times now. It's always cool.
That is cool.
I got to play it at the Opry House. It's now by the mall, but then at the Ryman too, where they had it. So I played both.
The Ryman's cool.
I played the Opry at both venues. Yeah.
The Ryman's very cool.
Because I did country gigs for a decade.
Wow.
My first 10 years here, I was doing country. I can't play country, but luckily the guys that hired me wanted, more of a gunslinger type Southern rock guitar player than a Telecaster chicken picking guy, which I cannot do. So I was lucky in that when I moved to town in 2004, the artists were looking for that kind of a guitar player. And so I could get work by not really changing anything that much, just maybe adapting my thing to their thing. But I still played, Les Pauls and Marshall or Orange amps, and dressed like I do and had long hair, and got work because I looked like that and sounded like that.
Well, it's funny because I just remembered this. When I went to the Opry that night, Dierks Bentley was there, Charlie Daniels, and I believe it was Craig Morton. And I'm looking, and I'm like, that bass player looks really familiar. I was like, that looks like Perry Richardson from...
Oh, yeah, sure.
It was, and I mean, he's at Striper now, but I'm like, is that Perry Richardson from Firehouse? I'm like, are you kidding me, really? And sure enough, it was.
He had that gig a while because I played with a guy, Rodney Atkins, and we did some tours with Craig. We did a lot of shows with Craig, so I got to know those guys. And Perry was in there, and then he split, and I forget who took his place. But yeah, Perry was in there at that gig for a long time.
That's what I heard, yeah.
A long time.
It was funny because there's this guy, and he's up there, and he's moving around, and I'm like... So it looks cool, but this is kind of weird. But then like I said, I realized who it was. I was like, that is too bizarre. I go to the Opry and there's a friggin' hair guy, like a guy from a hair band. Right?
The last person you'd expect from Firehouse would be at the Grand Ole Opry.
I was like, I wondered whatever happened to him. That was cool. But so I mean, before we get to Gene and Ace, the Accept gig. How did you end up getting that, and how long have you been doing that for?
So in 2015, when they got a new drummer in the band, one of my good friends, Christopher Williams, got the gig. Cool. And I had gotten to know Peter Baltus, the bass player at the time. He was coming to the residency a lot, and he was singing with us. We were doing some Deep Purple stuff and some things like that with Peter. And then they were starting to look for a new drummer, and I think he was kind of asking some folks around the show, who's the best metal drummer in Nashville? And it was like, that guy over there, Christopher. He was always at our show to play with us. I've done so many gigs with Christopher, I couldn't even count them. We've been friends for forever and done everything together. And so that was I think it's where he got the recommendation. So he got called to kind of come over and jam. So Christopher got the gig through that. And then the other guys in Accept played at the residency as well. I knew Peter the best. I didn't really know Wolf at the time. Yeah. And then, so in 2017, Accept was doing a big thing at Wacken. They were headlining one of the nights. It was going to be a big deal and having a symphony orchestra and everything. And part of the Accept show was going to be 30 minutes of Wolf Hoffman's Headbanger Symphony. Wolf put out a solo record where he took the concept was to take classical pieces and arrange them for a 4-piece metal band and orchestra. So it was, they rearranged them where it was like, putting riffs behind them. I could do this 4 times, go to the chorus, go to the part, they kind of rearranged them. And guitar solos, he kind of took, how you'll have like a violin,
right,
so to speak, as the lead instrument in the classical piece. Well, Wolf made that the electric guitar.
That's
really cool concept.
Yeah.
So it wasn't going to be the Accept guys all the Accept guys in that project. So he got me to play rhythm guitar in that. And so it went well, we got along, and everybody was really cool. It was fun. That was that. So in 2019, I get a call from them saying they're doing a full tour of that in Europe, in Eastern Europe, where they're doing half Accept, half orchestra, half classical pieces, all with an orchestra. So it's like, sure. So I did that. And that went really well. And that was spring of 19. And I think after we were done with that, I think we were home, and Wolf called me and wanted me to go meet him for lunch at this Thai place we'd always go to. And I think that's where he asked me if I wanted to join the band officially.
Really? Eh?
And it wasn't like move Uva out and move me in or whatever. It wasn't anybody like, I didn't replace him, but it was, no, we're adding you in. Like, we're going to be a 6-piece band. I'm like,
cool.
Fucking great. Awesome.
Wow, man. That's
so yeah,
cool.
it was like, it was good because nobody had to nobody had to go. It was like, no, I just got thrown into the mix and we're 3 guitars strong now. So it's pretty
heavy.
cool. Yeah, it's really cool, but it's fun arrangement-wise because I love doing this because I've got experience with 3 guitars with Gene, and Ace, I played bass, but Ace 3 guitars too. So I've kind of done this a couple times before, and it's fun because you can approach arrangements like the record now.
Yeah.
You don't have to work, well, we got to leave that part out live. Well, now you don't, because now I can do a part that wasn't there. So you can kind of really go about the arrangements in a different way. So I really enjoy that part of it.
Did Wolf do he did most of the guitars on the albums, from what I understand. He did a lot of the guitar stuff.
Yeah, I think so. This one we all played. I'm not sure about in the past, but yeah, this one I know that because it comes out in a couple days. The new one does.
Oh, that's cool. Can't wait. I'll check that out. Did he do the guitar parts? Is there a lot of harmony stuff going on that he did him in that Accept stuff? I'm just trying to recollect of.
Yeah, and now when we do the harmony stuff, there's a rhythm guitar behind it.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
Now it's like when Maiden had the 3rd guitar. It's like it does fatten it out. Because talk about harmony parts. Maiden is made of harmony parts. So now when those 2 guys go for that, Yannick has the when he's playing and not doing a ballet move, it's like there's a guitar there, but with us there's no ballet. So when Wolf and either me or Uva go for the harmony part, the rhythm guitar part's there. So it definitely fattens everything up.
That is cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Actually, you mentioned Maiden, and have you heard Adrian Smith with Richie Kotzen, their single yet?
I have not heard that yet. I have not.
I heard it today. For a buddy of mine sent it to me. He goes, "You got to check this out." He goes, "And Adrian's singing." I was like, "Adrian sings?"
Well, because Richie's a great singer.
I know, and they both sing on the track.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. I was like,
I will go check that out. I never did. I knew it was. What's it called? Smith Kotzen or something?
Yeah, Smith Kotzen.
I think, yeah.
It's just the one singles out, but
yeah,
it's killer. I was like,
that's cool.
It's more. It's not Maiden. It's like you can hear Richie's guitar on there, of course, because Richie's just got that style. But it's more like a straight. It's a straight ahead heavy rock song, more or less, I would say. Cool.
Yeah, I would think that's very cool. I like it when you have the singers like that. They can go back and forth.
Yeah.
I've always, just because I'm such a Beatles fanatic. That's why I love that with John and Paul would go back and forth. I love when 2 guys can do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I wish. And speaking of Kiss, I mean, they didn't do that.
And Kiss.
Kiss did it, but they didn't do it as much as I wish they would have.
I love that. Like Shout It Out Loud and things like that. I really wish, and like they did it. I really wish they would have done that on every record, like did it back and forth.
That's right. Did they do it? Did they do it on Pledge Allegiance? On did they do?
Or what's the one? Or You Wanted the Best?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. You Wanted.
They do it on that one, and I think they all have a verse.
They all have a verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool, but yeah, I'd always wished that Gene and Paul had done more of that, because Shout It Out Loud was so cool.
It's so great. There's a really good demo version of Not From the Innocent where they do that.
Oh, really?
I like it better than the actual album track.
That's a good song, but
it's pretty easily found. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good version of it. Check it out.
I love that song.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's cool.
I do too.
So now I guess we kind of segued into Kiss and Gene. So initially you got the gig with Gene first, I take it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was it through the rock and roll residency thing that he? No.
No, it had to do with Ryan Cook, and that is the entire reason that any of us are in the band with Gene is Ryan, and Ryan's in Gene's and Ace's band as well. Yeah, Gene knew Ryan. Ryan was kind of in that camp a little. He was in with McGee, like he knew Doc well. Yeah. And also Ryan and Jeremy's band, The Big Rock Show, had done Kiss cruises. So and so the Kiss guys knew of that band and knew Ryan. So Gene asked Ryan to put together a group for him because he knew that Ryan lived here, and Ryan knew that kind of musician, like for hire rock guys that could learn stuff. So yeah, it was all Ryan. Gene didn't know who we were, knew nothing about it at all. He just trusted Ryan.
I just remember seeing the videos and you guys going out and doing these songs that I had never heard Kiss do. I don't know. Did they ever do Charisma live? I don't know. I have Kissologies. I don't think it's on there. I don't.
They never did. And that was what we wanted to do. Whenever the first time Gene asked us, what are some cool deep cuts to do? We were like, okay, good, because that's what we wanted to do, because we didn't want to go play a Kiss show. We didn't want to go play a Kiss set, because Kiss does it. Yep. Kiss is still a band. They still go play. And we knew the crowd that was going to come see the show. And so we were very happy when he realized that too. And we're like, what songs can we do? And he was very cool and very brave and very down to try almost any song we threw at him.
Really? I think, and to hear Radioactive, which I always loved that song. To hear that live, it was just like, oh man, this is so cool. And you guys did Fits Like a Glove.
We did. That was his call. We did that. We did Love Theme. That was my get. That was my suggestion.
Really?
Which I was proud that stayed, because that was a big deal to get that one in. Wow. What else did we do? Got Love for Sale was a great one.
Good one.
She's So European.
Wow.
We did. Really? We did that one a lot. That was once that got in the set list, that one stayed. I think almost every show.
I love that album. I love Unmasked.
And I'm sure.
I do
too.
I love it. I think it's a fantastic album.
Yep. I like it a lot. I think it would have been a bigger hit as a Rick Springfield record.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But with the Kiss name on it, it's a weird Kiss album, but I do enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I have the vinyl reissue, and I remember being so excited to get it because I couldn't wait to hear it. And I mean, I love the 3 Ace songs on that album, but the other stuff is great too. So it was.
Tomorrow is great. I think it's awesome.
I think Shandy's the song I like the least on the album. It's still a good song, but I think that's the one I like the least.
Probably me too, yeah, because you've got so many good tunes. You've got Is That You is awesome.
Is That You? That's
Naked City. Naked City is so great. I think Naked City is fantastic.
And Ace sings what? Torpedo Girl.
Torpedo Girl. Two Sides of the Coin.
Love that one.
And
What is that?
Talk to Me.
Oh, that is an awesome song.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. And I believe on Kissology, there's them in Australia, I think, doing that live.
Yes.
Yeah, which is cool. So nothing off of Crazy Nights. And Crazy Nights for me is a weird album because I love a lot of the Gene stuff. Like No, No, No. I always loved that song.
Yeah, you know what? We suggested that with your response was? No, no, no.
No, really? Oh, and that's such a killer tune.
Yeah, a lot of the 80s stuff we threw at him, and he was just like, okay, you guys are all insane.
Really?
85% of what I've written is complete shit. I'll own up to it. I think it was Fits Like a Glove, where he said that the entire band hated it, myself included, and I wrote it. So
wow, really?
he was very frank with all that stuff. Which one? My 80s discography is a bit off. What album is Secretly Cruel on? Because that's my favorite. That's my favorite 80s Gene song.
That's funny. I was just thinking about that as we were talking about Gene songs. I was thinking about Secret. It's on Asylum.
I love that one. I love that song.
That's a cool tune. Asylum. You know what? That's a funny album for me because I think the image that, like all that, the way they looked, that fluorescent stuff and everything, kind of threw it off for me.
It did.
And I had a hard time.
They really went heavy that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then on Crazy Nights, it was Paul and like the Body Glove stuff, and it was, and there was a couple things that I didn't like.
Everlast crop tops.
That's right.
Hanging off the shoulder.
Yeah. It was kind of like, oh, I don't know about this. And
it went really heavily that way.
But then I was happy when, on Hot in the Shade, like you start to see the leather coming back a bit, and then by Revenge, you're like, okay, Gene's got the goatee, the hair is back. It's like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, Revenge was by far my favorite non-makeup look.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it did suit them. It even kind of like went back to the super early days, like before. Like even Love Gun outfits when they were really leather and really spikes and chrome and stuff. It was a throwback to like that, like maybe like the Alive stuff, like super raw times.
It's like when you see, like you go on Kissology, and was it the Mike Douglas show where they're talking about the woman says about Gene being Jewish, and it's like she goes, I know the hook, talking about his, the nose.
Sure.
But he's got that shirt on with I guess it was skulls, and like he just looked really cool. It was like it was
the leather, like the foam, like horn things back here.
Yeah.
And like that was the Hotter Than Hell costumes.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. It's a funny interview though.
Yeah.
But
very awkward, extremely awkward.
He looked awkward. He's just like it was almost like he didn't kind of know what to say because they kind of. He
didn't know what to do. They threw it at it. They threw it in his lap, as you know, and he was just like, I don't know. Do I talk like me or talk like a demon? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. That was very bizarre. Now let's. I mean, in the '80s, we're talking about the '80s. We have to talk about Gene doing what Gene was doing. He was producing albums. He did Keel and Black and Blue, but he also did a bunch of movies. And you and I, before we started, were kind of touching on those. And what was the first one you mentioned that you had just?
Runaway. I just watched that. I watched that like yesterday. Yeah, I like that one. I think he's pretty good in it.
Tom Selleck, that's right.
Yeah.
And then the Rutger Hauer one.
Wanted Dead or Alive, which I haven't seen in a long time. I need to revisit that one too.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I can't recall.
Yeah. That one. So that one. What was the one he's a transvestite in? The crossdresser guy.
Oh, I don't know. I do kind of recall that. But I'm seeing like Tim Curry, like I'm seeing Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I'm not
What is that one called? I'm embarrassed. I can't think of the name of that movie.
So it's not in Runaway or Wanted Dead or Alive. It's another one.
It's another movie. Yeah, it's a separate. I'm pretty sure. Oh, never. Okay, Never Too Young to Die.
Oh, I remember. Is that with John Stamos?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. I do remember that. Now, I remember seeing that. I don't think I've ever seen it. I do remember seeing it, like, in the video store.
I've never seen that movie ever. But yeah, it's got Stamos in it, too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Who's the female actor in that?
Vanity.
Oh, right. Vanity. Yeah, okay. That was Prince's girlfriend, and then Nikki Sixx, right?
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll have to find that one too, because I guess I'm kind of on a Gene movie binge now. So I'll have to find that one.
Oh, that's and of course we have to mention Trick or Treat.
Which again, I got to revisit that one too. That's an awesome one. Sammy Kerr.
Music by Fastway, and just it's surprising that the movie was kind of cheesy, but at the same time, all the horror movies then were kind of cheesy, right?
Yeah.
And I sometimes wonder if maybe because it was just Fastway with the music, like Fastway was a great band, but they weren't like a big band, right?
They weren't.
So I don't know if that hurt the movie or just in general, just the movie just didn't do that well.
Yeah, because to give them every song on the soundtrack and not make it like we're going to put one Alice Cooper tune, one Fastway tune, one, something like that. But they gave them all the whole thing, which is
the whole thing. Yeah, which is kind of weird. And it's funny because you think of movies at that time, not just Trick or Treat, but like the Nightmare on Elm Streets with, Doc and Vinnie Vincent Invasion, and then Alice Cooper in Friday the 13th 6, I believe it was. The man, he's back, the man behind the mask, and Frankenstein, right? Like they metal, hard rock kind of hair bands and whatever you want to call them, kind of went hand in hand with what the horror movies were then.
Which I think came from Alice Cooper and Kiss.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper is more like horror movie horror, and Kiss is like comic book horror.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good combination too, because then metal got scary. Heavy metal got kind of scary,
which was cool.
And
it was fun,
which is great. And Ozzy's in the movie too.
Yeah.
So
the Evangelist.
Sabbath's definitely scary. Ozzy connected to this. So yeah, it goes together hand in hand.
Like I even remember like the character. Which was played by Mark Price from Family Ties, the main character. I can't remember what Eddie was his character, Eddie something or another. But he'd be in his bedroom with the turntable going, which was great, seeing the turntable. And then you'd see all these posters of all there would be one of Sammy Kerr, but all the other popular bands of the day, right? Which was cool.
Yeah.
So it was like a total heavy metal movie for the times, right?
Yeah. Yep, Gene was a DJ.
Gene, yeah. Yeah, he's the one who gave Eddie the acetate, and he played it backwards, and then that's when Sammy Kerr came back to life after he died in a fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool movie. And then, I think the freakiest part for me was when Sammy Kerr is comes back to life, and he goes to the school, and he's playing on the stage, and they're playing a Fastway tune, and then he starts killing everybody.
I am definitely watching that movie tonight.
I didn't ruin it for you.
No, I found my plans for this evening, so that's awesome, what it is.
Man. That's awesome. So, well, we've talked about Gene and movies, and then Gene, I can't remember the last time Gene did a movie. I think he just kind of let that go. He hasn't done a movie in a long time.
No, I can't think of anything either.
I don't know if it goes back to the 80s. Maybe he did one in the 90s. Who knows?
Maybe it may stop in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we've talked to Gene. Now let's go to Ace. Did you guys end up getting the Ace gig through Gene?
Partially, yes. We did a tour in Australia where we backed up both of them.
Wow.
We were the band for Ace and Gene, and at that point, it was only for logistics. We weren't going to be Ace's band permanently. It was just easier to get Ace all the way to Australia. And then after that, we had Japan shows with only Ace, without Gene. So it was only logistics. It was just, we were already going to be there. We knew the songs. Ace knew us. Didn't know us, but Ace knew that we knew the songs, and he played once before. So he knew we could do it and sing it. So that was the reason. So the shows would go so well, and Gene was pretty much on Ace like, this band sounds great. You sound good with these guys. Where Ace asked us to do the Kiss cruise that year with him, and then after that, it was you guys got the gig if you want it. Like, okay, we'll take it.
Wow.
So
that must, I mean, for you, getting to play with Gene and then with Ace, like,
it's insane. It really it's insane when you think about it. And the way I put it, it makes so much sense. It makes no sense at all. Because I was such a Monster fan from childhood. Like, that, they're one of my, those people are on my Mount Rushmore of life. Not just music, but they impacted my life, the way I think, everything, so much. And to just get the Gene thing, because Gene had never done a solo thing, it was such a shock to be like, I thought I was going to get Paul's band, he was the one that was going to do something, but then to get the Gene thing, and then to have him not only have it do the shows go well, but have him be so cool, and have him be like treat us so well and be such a nice person, and then to go to Ace and have him be so cool, it's insane. It really is.
I mean, I'm getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. Like, just for like being a huge Kiss fan, it's like that's like it's one of those ultimate gigs, and then you get to play with both of them. You know what I mean? That's so cool. And
then when in Australia they were together.
Yeah.
And and Ace would always come up at the end of Gene's set and do a song with Ace. Then it was just like, well, I'm just backing up and just looking at just looking at those two guys, and walking through airports with those two guys. That was the moments. Those were the moments where it was, how the hell did I get here?
Yeah.
Sitting in an airport lounge with those two guys telling stories, and just it's just really, really wild.
That's cool. And I guess they used to room together, right, on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's always so much like controversy in the media with Gene and Ace and all the other guys, but to hear that they go out and they play together and they get along, and I just think that's cool.
I mean, there's such a history there. I mean, there's so many years, right? There's so many years of being involved with each other. Whether they were in the band together or not, they're still founders of Kiss together, right? And so that they started together and they went to the top of the mountain together, and that's a certain thing. It's a thing that only those four guys know. And relationships change when success and money are involved. And so, there's just such a thing there, and there's such a history and band history and money history and personal history that's such a complex relationship that I don't really have with anybody, because I've never scaled the mountain with somebody. I've never done that. So I have no idea what that's like to come from, shit kickers in Brooklyn or New York together and then do that, become the biggest thing on planet Earth. It's funny, fans chime in and bitch about why can't they just do this? I'm like, you have no idea the details of that relationship, the delicate way to move around or anything involving any of those guys' relationships. It's such a complex thing. But it was just a really fun time in Australia because they were getting along really well. And really doing stuff together, and it was really fun to see. It was a lot of fun.
I think that's kind of the way that maybe it should be, instead of, them playing together in Kiss. Like, you do your thing, you do your solo thing, we get together, we can play shows together, here we go, this is it. And the fans love it.
They loved it. The response was amazing. Of course it was. All the shows were packed to the gills. And the shows went really well received. Sydney, we just tore the roof off the place. It was just one of those nights where it was just firing on all 165 cylinders. Like, we were just a freight train.
That's cool.
And that was so much fun. And Ace, everybody was playing and singing great. And it was. I feel really lucky to be involved in that tour. And the Australian fans are really lucky that we did it in their country.
Yeah, that's very cool. How does Ace go about picking his set? Like, he's got to choose from the Kiss stuff, and then he's got, Frehley's Comet and his Ace Frehley stuff. And then, and he's still always releasing music, it seems.
Yeah. When we were doing shows right after Spaceman came out, the last record, we were doing 4 songs off of Spaceman. Which I thought was pretty cool to put that many in the new set. And then, of course, some dropped away and things got pushed in. But other than the new stuff, like the new album stuff, Ace's set doesn't really vary that much. Once a lot of the songs from Spaceman fell out of the set, we were, of course, there pushing like, hey, how about this? How about this? How about this?
Yeah.
And we had just done the 78 solo record in its entirety at the Expo. So, of course, we were like, let's play that in the middle of the show. Because it's only 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
You can play that whole album, and you've got Rip It Out of the way, you got New York Groove out of the way, and then we also do Snowblind a lot. You got that one in there. You've got room for all your other songs you want to do. You got room for Rock Soldiers, Shock Me, Parasite. You got room for all that stuff. So we were really gunning for that.
Does he do like Talk to Me, or will he do
we didn't do Talk to Me. 2000 Man we do every show. We do cool. 2000 Man. Great he pulls out the light guitar for that one. So yeah, that'll be in the set forever. Like that's which I love.
Rocket Ride?
We do Rocket Ride. We do Rocket Ride. We do Rip It Out. Parasite. Speeding Back occasionally, which I love doing that one.
Love that song.
And Snowblind we do quite often. Rock Soldiers, Cold Gin, of course.
Yeah, I have to do that. I mean, that's wrote that one, right?
Yeah. Strange Ways we do.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
What's the song off of The Elder?
Oh, Dark Light.
Dark Light.
And Escape from the Island. We've been going for Escape from the Island too. It's instrumental. It's like you get a vocal break.
Yeah.
And do that one, We've been going for that one. We did Dark Light on the cruise.
Really? That's cool.
We pulled out Save Your Love.
Love that one too.
We did Two Sides of the Coin. We really pulled that. We pulled out Torpedo Girl on the cruise too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a few years, probably going about 8 years ago, they released a Kiss box, like it's a 4 CD set, and it's like a Gene, a Paul, a Peter, and an Ace. So it's a compilation of all the Kiss songs that Ace did, and then the Gene and Paul ones are a little bit harder to choose, but it's called Icons, and I have it, and I was like, my buddy, who's a drummer, he's like, check this out. So I went and bought it, and I was like, having all those Ace songs together was so cool.
Man, I've never heard of that. Was that an official release?
Yeah, this thing's cool, man. So the new 4 CD collector's edition, 56 tracks. So there it is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I remember seeing the cover of that. I didn't know what I was like.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's compilation.
So yeah, so you've got the Demon, the Star Child, Space Ace, and the Catman.
So for the Ace songs, is the ones he wrote or sang?
I think it's all the ones he sang. I'll read off the track list. So you've got New York Groove, Shock Me, 2000 Man. There's Rocket Ride, Snowblind, Speeding Back to My Baby, Talk to Me, What's on Your Mind, Rip It Out, Save Your Love, Hard Times, Two Sides of the Coin, Dark Light, and Into the Void is on it.
Wow, that's a good selection.
Yeah. And it was more or less, I had to buy it because I wanted all those Ace songs together.
Man, that is is that hard to find now? Is that out of print?
You know what? I will find out and I'll let you know. It's on Universal.
That's really...
Yeah.
It probably should be... that's... I didn't know what that was. That's a good idea. That's cool.
Yeah. It's very cool. I mean, of course, the Paul and the Gene stuff was probably a little bit harder to pick, but...
I'm sure, yeah.
Like, of course, you've got God of Thunder, Calling Dr. Love... Ladies' Room's on there. Christine 16.
Good.
Yeah, like Rock and Roll All Night, of course. Cold Gin. Larger Than Life is on the Gene one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's you know what? That's the main one he wouldn't go for on the solo on the Gene shows.
Really, eh?
We really gunned for that one and Love 'Em Leave 'Em.
That's a good one too. That's on here, I think. Yeah, Love 'Em Leave 'Em. It goes Larger Than Life, Love 'Em and Leave 'Em, Plaster Caster, Radioactive, and Charisma. That's a great compilation. Yeah, that's cool. You know what? I'll find out and I'll send it. I'll let you know.
I'll look it up right now on my computer's right here. That's really cool.
Yeah, my buddy found it. We both bought one. He was like, I was staying at his house, and he's like, oh, he found this website. He's like, you gotta check this out, man. Because we would talk Kiss every night, right? We were like we were like a bunch of 12-year-old kids hanging out talking about Kiss. And I loved it.
Oh, yeah, I found it right here.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yep. Oh, it's discontinued.
I wonder if you can get it on Discogs. Or eBay.
That's where it's going to be. It's going to be. You can't get an MP. You can't get the MP3, but I'd kind of like to have the CD.
Yeah, having the whole package is so cool. Did you see they're re-releasing Killers on a double set?
Double set, yeah, I did.
On Pink, I think it was. That looks wicked.
So what's the other? How are they making it double? Like demos and stuff? What's the two?
No, I think what? I have it. I have a German pressing of it.
Mine's German pressing of that too.
I found it like 3 years ago in a used record shop here in the town I live in. I walked in and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Killers? Like, no way." I'm not sure. I don't know if they're adding a couple more tracks, or I saw the track listing. It looks like there was only like 3 or 4 songs per side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's cool. I actually the Spaceman vinyl, I have that, and I think that was a purple. That looked really cool. For Spaceman.
Yeah, I got the new one, and the Origins Volume 2 has so many variations.
I know, I saw
which ones I have.
I love what he does with those, man. Like, I don't know, like, it's so cool with all the different colors and...
Yeah, the new Accept one has like 10 different color variations.
No way.
It's a double vinyl as well, of course.
I'll have to check that out.
So yeah, that comes out in 2 days.
I'll check that out. I can probably get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that comes out in a couple days. Wow, I found the icons for $45.
Oh, that's good. Really?
It's used. It's open, but it's so $45. Oh, and it's all the CDs are the color of the guys.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah. So look at there's the Ace one.
That's really cool. Is there a video game
on it?
Was there a CD-ROM? Remember those?
Yeah. No, there's nothing. No, there's no CD. It's just got the 4 discs. So that one's got a CD-ROM on it?
No. You know what? I think it's just the standard, standard description. It's very good condition.
Cool. That's awesome.
So no scratches or anything. I might get that for $45.
That's not bad, really. I think I paid that new. I think I paid that new.
That's not bad at all.
Wow. That's so cool.
Well, that's really cool. I didn't know what that thing was. So there's only two. There's $100 too. It's a sealed. Yeah, I don't know, $45. That's cool.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the same thing. I think I saw it. If my buddy had not pointed it out to me that it was like each individual guy doing a compilation of the songs, I would have never looked at it.
Yeah, I had no idea. I just thought it was because that was right when they were putting all those compilation out, like greatest hits and stuff. It's like another one.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
great.
Oh, really? Come on. No more, please.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what's...
Well, that's really cool.
It's funny that, I mean, you must have the box set. Like from...
Yeah.
Right? Ace's version of that, what was it? It's My Life. That's on there. I thought Ace did a great job with that song. I mean, I remember that on the King Cobra album, and then Gene tried to get Black and Blue to do that song. The thing had been around forever.
I think Wendy O. Williams did one.
Yeah, she did. That's right.
And we ended up doing that with Gene. That was one of the songs that we did with him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Huh. It's on his box set too, isn't it?
It is. The Vault?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. And actually, Kiss played that on a cruise, I believe, after we did it.
Really? That's cool.
I think they did on a cruise one year, yeah.
I've always liked that song. I always thought it was a cool tune.
Me too. Good catchy song. It's a good chorus. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Gene wrote that, right? Gene wrote that, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it was a good tune. It's I don't know, so many bands did it and it just kind of never took for some reason. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You know. So, it's funny too, my daughter, when she was little, when Kissology 1 or 2 came out, which one has the movie in it? Is that 1? It's got
two, yeah.
So my daughter's 19 now. So when that came out, she was, I don't know. I don't remember when it came out, like 7, 8, whatever it was.
Yeah.
She still will sit down and watch that movie. She still loves it. And people just hate it and think it's so cheesy, but I don't know. There's something about it that...
a few weeks ago, the guy that gave me that awesome sign back there.
Yeah.
We were at his place, and me and Ron and Jimmy were over there, and we sat in his little. He has kind of a theater room, and we sat in there and we watched it. And are you familiar with Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Not too much.
It's a show that came on in it started in the 90s.
Right.
And they watched really bad movies and they made fun of them, and you can hear the movie dialogue track and you can hear the guys making fun of them.
Oh.
It's hilarious. And so we did that to the movie, and we sat there the whole time watching it and doing that, crying, laughing, and just cracking jokes and riffing on the movie, and it was so much fun.
It's so, you know what's so funny about that is like the stunt guys, like you can totally tell they're stunt guys.
Ace is black.
Yeah, Ace is black, and the wigs are horrible. It's just they must.
And Peter's looks like your old aunt.
Yeah, and it's not even Peter's voice, because he wouldn't go to the voiceovers, right?
No, it is like the main... Okay, so the guy that did his voice is very famous in the cartoon. He was the #1 voice actor at Hanna-Barbera. So if you watch any Hanna-Barbera cartoon from that period, you're going to hear that guy's voice.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but you know his voice.
Because my daughter's huge into Scooby-Doo, so we just watched 4 Scooby-Doo movies. He's 19, but still loves Scooby-Doo. So last weekend we watched 4 Scooby-Doo movies. So I'm gonna watch for that. And I mean, my son has Scooby-Doo meets Kiss or whatever it is, and that was kind of cool too.
Which is really, really good. Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah, that was really good. And it's funny with the version that's on Kissology, because it was a European version with the solo album music in it.
And they picked, like, you could tell they just picked songs.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, we'll use from here to here, because you've got a fight scene, and the kind of sugar Papa likes is the music to back up the fight scene. It's like, it's the worst possible background music for what's happening in the movie, and that's not the only instance. I can't remember what else is going on, but it's just they don't match at all.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. I don't even know. Like, I had the original Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park on VHS. I'm sure I still have it. So, but I haven't seen it in so many years. I have no idea what the music on that is compared to this one.
It's like just mood music. I don't think it was like, because it was just kind of like, it sounds like late 70s action TV show music, I think. And it's a different edit of the movie too. Different scenes are in each one. So I'm not sure what the thinking was to use that one for the Kissology. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they did. It was bizarre. It's weird, right? But I mean, I actually bought all three. I bought 3 copies of Kissology because they had the
different bonus discs.
Yeah, and then I took 2 of them and sold them. Took the bonus discs out and sold them.
Sure.
Right? I was like, okay, I got all the bonus discs. Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. I forget which bonus disc. I think I had Largo was my bonus disc in number 2.
There was 2 Crazy Nights tour, right? 2 shows from Crazy Nights and 1 from Dynasty, I think it was.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have all 3 of those. I haven't watched them in a long time, but it's just cool to have them, right?
Dynasty Tour in Largo was what I had. And then I had Como Hall 76 in the first one.
Yeah, I must have that.
Which that's a great show.
I know, there's so many.
They are on fire on that one.
Like the Brazil show with Vinnie Vincent is insane. Like, just,
I love the opening of that. They're playing so fast and they're so pumped up, and Gene is just like, they're just bouncing, right? like it's like caged dogs let outside. They're just like running circles.
Oh, it's crazy, man! But it's so cool that no other band has really ever. Not a lot of bands have done that, where they've filmed a good portion of their career and were able to release it all. Like. I'm a huge Motley Crue fan. I would love it if they had footage from Shout at the Devil, which they have the US Festival, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 you know what I mean? And Dr. Feelgood, right. To have that all, a bunch of that stuff would just be cool for me to see, right?
Yeah, I'm praying somebody's sitting on all the Van Halen stuff.
Oh, that would be awesome too, I know.
A video like the Kissology, which is a dream come true that came out. Because, you know, the eBay tapes have been circulating for so long. I'm praying that in the Van Halen vault or at 5150, there's all that they filmed every era of the band. That'd be a dream.
To see the first tour, like opening for Black Sabbath, and
to see it good is hear the audio, because you can find some stuff on YouTube. Very questionable quality, but to see it clear, to hear it clear, and to see that band at that time absolutely just destroying everything in its path.
Crushing it.
Nobody stood a chance against those guys back then.
Yeah.
And God, that would just be a dream come true to see that stuff.
Like I have Live Without a Net with Sammy, of course, which is
fantastic.
Which is fantastic. I would love to see anything from the Monsters of Rock tour from OU812, right, with Metallica, right. Scorpions, and Dokken. That would be, and Kingdom Come. That would be amazing.
It would be great to see a career-spanning live thing. A few volumes of it to come out, and just to see them clear in the early days.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
Well, because when you think back to those days, there was no social media. There was no, you know what I mean? It wasn't as accessible. So to go back and be able to see that stuff now would be phenomenal, right?
Yeah. And just with remembering how no one knew what Eddie was doing.
Yeah.
You couldn't just go look and say, oh yeah, he's playing it that way. You had no clue what was happening on that record as far as guitar playing. These were just sounds that you'd never heard of, and they said it wasn't a synthesizer, but you weren't sure because you couldn't see it to prove it. And just to go back and kind of remember, like, wow, this was just like, people didn't know. They were the opening band.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And imagine seeing that opening for whoever the fuck you came to see. Because it didn't matter who was after him. I mean, it just...
Well, just the thing for me...
melee.
The thing for me is that the unfortunate part is the fact that I was only in 1977, I was 2 years old. So
I was 2 years old in 77 as well.
Yeah, so I would be like, okay, the first time I heard Van Halen, I had already heard a ton of other music and other guitar players. I can't imagine say I was like 15 hearing Van Halen for the very first time. And
I kind of lucked out because I heard Van Halen the first time in 88. In 88.
Right.
But before that, I listened to the Beatles. Once I got into the Beatles and I was 10 years old, that's all I gave a shit about.
Right.
I couldn't have, so that was, I got until like 85, 86. So I shut myself off. I didn't care about Motley Crue. I didn't care about Whitesnake. I didn't care about anything going on at that time. I was buried headfirst in the Beatles. So I didn't know there was even a thing as fast guitar playing. I didn't know.
So
I like Aerosmith.
Like you said.
I heard Van Halen. I heard Van Halen 1, Eruption. My brother put that on first. And it really was. Oh, I get chills thinking about it, man. I really that was a big, my life completely changed at that moment because I had not heard anything else prior. I'd had my head in a hole.
Wow.
And hearing Eddie the first time, even though it was 10 years after it came out, and I was 13, it was like I was hearing it in 78, and it was just like, I don't know what that is, but I got to find out how to do it.
Yeah. And
it was done. It was done.
Man, I mean, the first Van Halen I heard was 5150 because it was new and it had just come out. But then I went and I was like, well, you know what? I got to go buy the other stuff. I think the one after 5150 I got was the first album.
Okay.
And I was just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard Jump because Jump was everywhere.
Yeah,
I thought Eddie played keys. I didn't know that the guitar was his thing and he was the guy. I had no idea. And my brother always had those records in his collection, even when I was a little kid thumbing through them. But for whatever reason, I didn't go there.
Yeah.
And he didn't push anything on me. He just kind of let me stumble upon stuff as I found it. For whatever reason, I didn't pick those up. I don't know why.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, and I did hear Jump. I think I heard it in school. Actually, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that song was so big.
It was so big, right?
You couldn't get away from that. That was like, as big as Beat It or anything off of Thriller. I mean, Jump was that size of a hit.
And ironically enough, Eddie's on Beat It.
On Beat It too, yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy. So, oh man. So, I want to thank you, man. That was a great conversation, and
oh yeah, man, thank you.
Really awesome.
I'm probably going to order this Kiss Icon CD right now. So
that's awesome, man. That's so awesome. I'm going to tell my buddy Daryl that about that, actually, because I'm going to tell him, I was like, oh, I did an interview and we were talking about Kiss and you ended up ordering it. So that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know what it was. Because, I checked out and it's even, the Paul collection is really great.
Yeah.
The Paul songs are good. Yeah. It's a good collection.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you if I ever listened to the Peter compilation. I'm sure I might have once. There's some good stuff on there though. Like
yeah, they left my. I like his solo record a lot.
Really?
Because I really like smooth music. I like yacht rock.
Okay.
And he made a yacht rock album. I mean, if you listen to late '70s radio, that sounds a lot like radio, you know. And so I really like that music anyway. And Peter put out a really good record. It's very well written. I'm sure it's all A-list session players playing on it, so it's like it sounds great, produced well. And I noticed on Peter's collection they left my favorite songs off of Peter's, so it's funny because I like Rock Me Baby, I love Rock Me Baby and all that.
Yeah, that's the kind of sugar Papa likes is on.
That's a cool one. Yeah, that's kind of a riffy rock one,
Yeah, I mean I've never heard Peter's albums he did after he left Kiss.
Me neither.
Except for the one. I do have the one he did early 90s, late 80s that apparently he's re-releasing on vinyl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard that stuff either. I don't know, but as an adult, of course, I've really begun to love Peter's record. I can see as a kid was putting that record, wanting to hear some Kiss songs, you'd be rightly pissed off.
Yeah.
But growing up as like older now, I'm like, well, I like the Doobie Brothers. This is what it is. I like all these songs.
Kind of Rod Stewart, like just more a little bit laid back. He's got that Rod Stewart type of voice.
Exactly. That kind of music really fit his voice very well.
I think with Ace's album, possibly why it was so popular was that it was like the album was fantastic, the songs were fantastic, but it's like another element of Kiss all on one album of like you'd get the odd Ace song, but then you've got 10 songs of Ace, right?
Yeah, and people, I think Ace was always a favorite of people, and finally it's like, he only sang on the album before. Shock Me was the only thing he ever sang, because that was his choice, as you know. He didn't want to.
Right. He didn't want to.
So then finally to have like all this Ace Frehley stuff and have it to be as good as it was, like it's still my favorite record. It still sounds very current. It sounds like a really good rock record that doesn't sound dated. It still sounds like it could have been recorded yesterday.
Yeah, Eddie Kramer did a great job on that record.
Really, really well engineered. It sounds awesome. The drums are killer. Everything is like right in your face. Like everything's like at the speaker, at the cone.
I just found what I'm going to listen to tonight now.
Yeah, I just ordered the Icon CD.
Oh, that rocks, man! That's so good. That's awesome. Well, man, I've taken up a ton of your time, and I appreciate it so much. That was a lot of fun.
No, man, I appreciate it, Tyson. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, you have a great night, and hopefully we'll talk again soon, man.
Absolutely. I'm going to go find a Trick or Treat online and go watch that.
Oh, that rocks. Okay, man. Enjoy. Have a great night.
See you, man.
Okay,
You too.
Take care. Bye.